Howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. So this is take two. So I was recording on my cell phone, and it just decided to kaput halfway through. Obviously, it was on the charger, but it didn't work. Anyway, so now we're going to redo this again. I'm on the laptop with the webcam, so that's why the lighting is a little bit off. I do want to get back to the camera work probably next week. I guess I would like to be able to do a webcam, like hook up the camera to the laptop, but that's probably not going to work. So here's what I wanted to show you. This was going to be my Monday video. This is my new toy. So I think I've said before on the channel that my daughter is in guitar lessons, and I already go there every week. So I figured I might as well just get a guitar and learn along with her. So that was my thoughts on that. So I was going to do a video on Monday of just me kind of talking about the guitar. So we might see some more of that. What I'd like to do once I can, do music, once I can play the guitar, maybe I'll start doing my own music for the videos, and maybe that'll be fun. Who knows? Either way, today is Wednesday deck review, but I wanted to let you guys know, this week is an R&R week. We're just kind of taking a rest because today is my daughter's birthday. So no videos on Monday, no videos on Friday, and I am getting this video out for you today. One video this week. That's it, except for Saturday we're going to go live. We might play the guitar a little bit. We've definitely got some cards. I have stuff in the mail. That's another reason why I've got magic kits, I've got cards, I've got magic stuff. I bought magic stuff. So as soon as all that stuff comes in, we'll have videos on it. So it's just a matter of waiting for stuff to come in the mail. Today we've got the Amplified. So the story behind the Amplifieds, because there's a story, just like with a lot of the stuff that I actually have for this week and next week, which I'm only doing one this week, and we've got plenty of stuff. I just went to David's and got a trade-off. I gave him back, I borrow cards from him. But this week I actually had like 10 decks to give him, maybe 8, 7, I don't know. And then I got decks back from him. But here's what we did, right? So we went out to our local Walgreens, and we made a day of it. I think it was last summer. Correct me if I'm wrong, David. I'm trying to move my table here, but it's not going to, because it's on the laptop's on the table. So we went out and we went to the hardware store because we got blacksmithing stuff, and then we went over to Walgreens and spent like $100 on cards. So we pretty much cleaned them out, and ever since then, every time I get a chance to go to Walgreens, I just kind of keep up with them. So we got a bunch of the Theory 11 stuff, and we got the Amplifieds. Orange and turquoise, absolutely gorgeous cards. One-way design, but perfect for cardistry. I did learn some stuff because, again, I'm doing some research on producing my own cards. And a lot of other, like Card Mechanic did it, Rise Magic did it. I mean, obviously you got Alex Pandrea, Kier Gomes, and Chris Ramsey. Plus all the other, but these are like individuals who do cards basically and talk about them. So apparently these air cushion finish for bicycle cards, they have like how do I want to say it? Like they have B stock and then they have regular stock. A lot of these finishes that they've talked about, this one is one that's actually used, but Bicycle just puts this on pretty much everything. It's just part of what they do. Those finishes actually were, back in the day when they used to have rollers, they would have different patterns on the rollers, and I guess they were like cloth or something, but they had to be changed out. So obviously in the modern age, they switched over to a press. And that's why you get those little divots in the card, or you don't, because that's a smooth finish versus the air cushion finish, because it creates those air pockets with a little bit of suction. So that is a little bit of a history for you. Those finishes don't necessarily exist in the same capacity as they used to. Those are just leftover words from before. Yes, those finishes still exist. Yes, there are some different things happening there, but a lot of the words are just carried over from what they used to do. So what else we got here? Air cushion finish, the United States Playing Card Company. 2019 and Kentucky. Another fun fact about this, a lot of people have said that since they moved from, what was it, I want to say either Pennsylvania or Ohio, I'd have to get like an older deck of cards, if I even have any. Oh no! Dritz has been defeated. I hit it with my watch and he fell over. Sleep it on the job. I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks on YouTube. I also use Audible from time to time. But when I'm on the road, I have YouTube, the premium, so I can just listen to like 10 hours worth of audiobooks. And it's Audiobooks and Beyond is the channel. If you're into the fantasy stuff like Dritz or just anything like that, go check them out. But anyway, where they used to be, where Bicycle used to be, I think it was either Ohio or Pennsylvania, they did have older stocks, like original stocks that they used to use. They discontinued them since they went to Kentucky. So keep that in mind for those of you out there who said it feels like the older cards were different, and they very well may have been because they were still using older paper. Not older paper, but you know what I'm saying, like older finishes and stuff like that. So that is very well the case because they may have been a different stock. Anyway, on to the amplifieds. We're already talking about the amplifieds here. Basic stamp there. Like to open it. Nothing fancy going on with the tuck case. Cards come out. And this is one of those cases where having a one-way back design is not that big of an issue for me. I do like doing it on the laptop, I guess, because I don't have a blind spot, so I can really see the cards as I'm showing you. An ad card, you know what we like to do with those? We like to practice our moves. It looks like it's closer to an orange color rather than the red, so that's kind of cool. They've got the colorway. They just changed it to that turquoise and orange. And then the black is still black, but they changed the colorway. Let me get closer here for you. Over here. There we go. Just takes us a second to orient ourselves. There's that, again with that orange color. And we've got a joker in the middle of the deck there, because I'm guessing that this actually is supposed to be on the bottom. But so one joker is regular, the other one's colorway. There's your power pip amplified. And yep, there we go. And we've got the double backer, which even for a deck like this, we still have the double backer. This is one of those decks where they look great for cardistry, and you can do some magic with them, so beautiful. So let's try our Twisted Rain. These are slippery cards, so I'll have to be careful with them. Back to here. So what I've noticed is I've been having trouble with this pinky maneuver here. So let's see if we can get it. Yep, right about there. It starts to split, but we still got it. And it really depends on what deck I use. Okay, then if you have a newer deck, the cards tend to slide around and not clump so much. Oh, see, there you go. They just fell down right there. They still look good doing it, though. That's what's important. There we go. These land to here. Boom. Then we do this. Wrap around. Over to here. On the back. Up and over. And you still have your double backer right there. Fantastic. Okay, so amplified cards. I love the colorway. It is a one-way back design, but as we've been talking about, just run with it. If you love the cards and you want to use them, use them. You know, if they're like the Mandalorians that we had, the Child, those ones are going to be a little bit harder to use because it's a picture back. But when you've got something like this, you can do cardistry with them. You can do a lot of nice stuff with these cards. So I would just run with it if you love the colors. use them. Here's one that we can do. Let's try the old double fan. Mm-hmm. It did not work as well as we had hoped. Let's try it this way. Ah, there we go. Nice. Not too bad. Nice little flourish. As far as how they feel, I think David and I were playing with them a little bit. As you can tell, they were already opened. But I would put them in the standard like bicycle kind of chunky. So a little bit of an update on playing cards. These are fantastic cards. I would recommend them just to add a little bit of color and for cardistry. But a little update on the cards. I just got the email today. We're going to get our first prototypes probably the end of the first week in April. I've ordered 3 packs. One of the, I'm calling them the coin version and the geometry version. So there's a little hint right there. I just gave you a hint. There's 2 versions. That's the limited edition version. So slip of the tongue. So you guys will be getting, there'll be 2 versions of that. There'll be the sign-off version 1. It's not like V1 and V2. It's actually 2 different variations for the first design. So the coin version will be available. You've seen that one. Beautiful design. So I'll get both of those in, and then I'll have to take a look at them to make sure that everything looks good with the printing, and then we're going to move on to the tuck box, and then I'm probably going to have to spend a little bit of money to get the downloadable pack for the faces, because there's a little bit of customization that I want to do there as well. So once that's done, we'll get that sent back out, and it looks like if everything goes according to plan, when we do the second one, I'm going to order the tuck case that we're customizing as well as the faces at the same time, since the backs will already be done. And then I'll be able to see what the tuck cases look like, and we'll be able to make sure those faces are good. I've got a little secret thing that I'm doing with that, so that's going to be interesting. So I'm guessing that's going to be the end of April, so we might see some results in May. If everything goes according to plan, then by the end of May we'll be ready to put it in an order. And then we might be seeing cards between June and July. We might be seeing a launch for those. So everything looks like they're moving ahead with that. If you guys are interested, as far as pricing, I'm probably going to keep them somewhere between $5 and $10, depending on the launch and everything like that. So that's early preliminary stuff, but I think based on the numbers that I've seen, that's going to look about right. So yeah. That's all I got today. I'm really excited about doing the playing cards. I do have a Patreon if you guys are interested, but I do need to fix it because I don't like the way that I set it up initially. So I've got to figure out how to like go in there and change it. Because the way that I was going to do it was I was going to have three different tiers basically. The first tier was notification. So anybody who paid, like, I don't even know the pricing, it was like a couple dollars, I would, basically give you a shout on my video. My second tier was my master class, or my basic semi class of teaching people how to upload videos. And I'd be uploading private videos so that you guys can basically learn how to do videos on your own, which I've started releasing here. If I continue with that, I've got my social media stuff that I'm talking about on the channel. That might move over to that if I do like a teaching thing, because then I'm giving you information that will make you money. So then basically as a kickback, that's just basically the whole point of the Patreon was to make money to buy better product for this, which leads into the final tier, which is basically, I think it was like $25 or something like that, which was basically to say, this is the tier that says that you get to decide what I review, because I made this back when I was still doing toys exclusively. So pretty much it says you basically tell me what you want me to review, and you give me $25, and then I go buy it. So even if the thing, I mean, obviously, if it's like a $200 product, I'm not going to be able to get it with $25. But with what I was doing back then, $25 probably would have made sense for some of that stuff. So anyway, that was my Patreon. That was the idea that I had for it. The first tier was notification. So like if I basically give you a shout out. Second one was I was teaching you how to do videos. And then the third one was product review. You basically got to decide what I was reviewing in that tier. So that's what I was doing, but I do want to revamp that a little bit and change it up. If I am going to start doing videos that are a little bit more hands-on per se, that's at least that's what I've got going on there. Any other news? Nope, I think that's just about it. I think that's what we've got. Obviously, if you guys, if you come back on Saturday, we're going to do our live stream. We are going to do some fantastic, well, hopefully fantastic. We're going to announce the winners of our Magic Show giveaway with Josh Morbido. So stay tuned for that. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one. How do I stop this thing? Before I go, I did want to... there was something else in my brain that reminded me. The Magic Guys podcast just featured Doug Kahn. So I've been talking about Doug Kahn on the channel. We've been talking about the Magic Guys. Go check out their public podcast. If you are a Patreon, then you'll have access to their Patreon episode with Doug Kahn, which should be out later at some point this week. But if not, just go watch the public one and watch it all the way to the end for a couple of different reasons. One, there was a lot of great information in there. Two, they talk about me. So absolutely love it. It's really within the last couple of minutes, so I got a shout out basically. So thank you guys again. I do apologize for rambling, but we want to get this information out to you guys, and now we're gonna really push this stop button.